The resident monk arrived at the village elder's house alone. Seeing that he was alone, the village elder asked, "Where is the visiting monk? Did you not come together?" The resident monk acted confused and said, "I don't know what happened. I hit the gong to wake him up and even knocked on his door to call him. Yet he didn't respond or come out of his hut. I can only assume the good foods you offered him did not suit him and caused problems in his stomach. He is probably still in bed." After offering a meal to the resident monk, the village elder gave him a meal to take back to the visiting monk, who he understood to be sick. The resident monk received the food with a strong negative attitude. He thought, "Even now, you are taking the village elder's attention away from me. I have become your messenger boy. If this monk gets a taste of this good food, it will be impossible for me to get rid of him. With him here, I will have to share the village elder's support with him, or worse yet, I will lose his support. This is unacceptable. I must find a way to dispose of this food without being caught. If I throw it out, it might be found. If I throw it in the water, it might float and be found. If I give it away to a human, it will be known. If I throw it on the ground, the crows will scatter it and it will be known." He spent all his contemplative energy on trying to figure out how to get what he wanted. On the way back, the resident monk saw a burn pile in a field. He scraped out the embers and placed the food into the hole. He then covered up the hole and filled the top with embers and went home. As the resident monk went to check on the visitor to keep up appearances, the visitor monk was no longer there. The visitor monk did not want to help the resident monk create more evil Gama. Knowing that his presence was causing hardship for the resident, the visitor monk just packed up his belongings and flew away. When the resident monk saw that the hut was empty, his mind started racing. He started putting together all the now obvious clues that his mind purposely ignored. It was obvious to him now that the visitor monk was not just any monk. He must have been an Arahan. The visitor monk must have read my mind and knew my evil thoughts. In order not to contribute to my evil, he decided to leave instead of staying in this comfortable place with a dedicated supporter. He's a good monk. He's doing what a good monk would have done. What have I done? Jealousy? Trying to prevent others from receiving? Sabotage? Lying? Scheming? I am a monk. I dedicated myself to being a monk. What have I done? I have lost my way. I messed up. He's gone. I can't even apologize or beg for his forgiveness. What Gama will I have now? What does the future hold for a person like me? Not too long after that, a skin affliction befell him. His body was covered with sores. He became like a living ghost. He stopped eating. He only obsessed over his evil actions and drowned in his guilt. After he died, he was reborn in Niraya, hell, and he was tormented for hundreds of thousands of years. He was always hungry and suffering, never being able to eat enough food. His mouth was the size of a needle, and he had a large body. His large body demanded food, but the hole in his mouth was too small to satiate him. After that, for 500 rebirths, he was reborn as an ogre and never had enough to eat. In all these rebirths, there was only one day in which he was able to eat a surplus of offal, decomposing animal flesh. For the next 500 rebirths, he was reborn as a dog, and here too, he never had enough food to eat. There was only one day in which he had his fill of vomited up rice. After these dog births, his Kama led him to be reborn into a beggar family in the Kasi village. From the hour of his birth, his family became even more poor, and he never had enough to eat. He was called Mita Wintaka. His family struggled and they blamed him. Finally, unable to endure the pangs, they beat him and drove him away, saying, "Begone, you cursed boy, begone!" Over the course of his wanderings, Mita Wintaka happened upon Benares. There, he encountered a school in which the Bodhisattva was a world-famous teacher with 500 Brahmin students. The Bodhisattva took Mita Wintaka in as a charity case scholar. However, Mita Wintaka was not used to living with others and was never trained to get along with others. He was fierce, obstinate, and disagreeable. He was always fighting with his fellow students and would not listen to his elders' reproofs. As he grew, so did his bad attitude. He did not pay attention to his studies, nor did he see their value. Eventually, he couldn't take it anymore and ran away. He married a miserably poor woman and had children with her. The villagers saw that he came from the Bodhisattva's famous school and hired Mita Wintaka to teach them what is right and what is wrong. They gave him a hut to live in at the entrance to their village. However, after Mita Wintaka moved to the village, the king's tax collectors came 7 times. The villagers' houses mysteriously burned down 7 times, and their water source dried up 7 times. The villagers put together that all this misfortune occurred after Mita Wintaka arrived, and beat him and drove him out. Mita Wintaka left and entered the forest with his family. There, a vicious demon killed and ate his wife and children. What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads. And consider making a donation to support our Buddhist animation project.